Here are some of the Arsenal news that was trending in the public domain last night. First on the list is that Crystal Palace have identified our own Leandro Trossard as a possible replacement for Eberechi Eze, who is a top target for the Gunners. Of course, we all know that Eberechi Eze, has always been a top target for our dear club. So according to many sources, it says that Crystal Palace is targeting, to sign Leandro Trossard as a replacement. That is, if Eberechi Eze, who is their most valued player, departs the club for Arsenal, that they will come for, Leandro Trossard. Then away from that, it was also reported that our new number 14, Viktor Gyökeres, will now be Arsenal penalty taker. Of course, in one of my videos, when I was trying to tell us, the things Arsenal will benefit from the signing of Viktor Gyökeres, I told us that Viktor Gyökeres is also a penalty taker and also a free kick taker. So I'm not surprised that he is now going to be Arsenal's penalty taker from next season. Remember, we have Bukayo Saka as a penalty taker. We still have option in our captain, Martin Odegaard, as a penalty taker. So, but for now, going forward, that is from next season, Viktor Gyökeres will be Arsenal's penalty taker. Then, as for the young lad from France, Jeremy Bakwet, whom Arsenal has identified as a replacement if either Zinchenko or Jakub Kiwior leaves Arsenal this summer. His club, Rennes, have made it clear that their player, Jeremy, is not for sale because the guy recently signed contract extension in May. So they said that the guy is not available this summer. He is not for sale. But then Arsenal is still keen in signing this guy, probably in 2026, because I think they see the guy as a very good addition to Arsenal defense, and probably next year, 2026. So whether they are going to be exit from Arsenal squad this season or not, Arsenal still value that boy, Jeremy Bakwet, and probably might go for him in the year 2026. But as for this season, as for this summer, his club, Rennes, have made it clear that the boy is not for sale. And away from Arsenal news, yesterday, during Tottenham versus Newcastle friendly match, one of their key players sustained an injury, and it looks like a very bad injury. James Maddison. It's a bad news, honestly. Personally, I don't celebrate rival fans, players who sustains injury, because injury is something that happens to any player, and it affects every club. It affects every club. But last season, when our star boy Bukayo Saka sustained an injury and was out for months, our rival fans, the Tottenham fans, they were jubilating, and they were happy about the injury of Bukayo Saka. But here they are having one of their key players sustain injury. It's a very big lesson to we the fans. You don't celebrate rival fans injury record, because it's something that can happen to your club at any time, and when you least expected, and probably when you need those your key players. So I don't celebrate injury because it can happen to my players. It's a very big lesson to us. Then finally, our ex-player and Ghanaian midfielder Thomas Partey. Of course, yesterday I told us that Villarreal have shown a very keen and strong interest to sign him. In fact, he passed his medicals and on his way to become a Villarreal player. Remember, tomorrow, being Tuesday, Thomas Partey will appear at Westminster Magistrate Court for his rape and sexual assault case. So, and Villarreal fans, according to many sources, they are not happy that their club signed Thomas Partey. Why? Because of this court case. Yeah, they are not happy. So this is one of the disadvantages of this Thomas Partey's court case. Honestly, I just pray the outcome of tomorrow's Thomas Partey's court case will be favorable for Thomas Partey. Honestly, I wouldn't want this court case to affect Thomas Partey's football career. I just wish it will not affect his potential move to Villarreal. So guys, these are Arsenal news that trended last night. So let us know your opinion in the comment section, and please kindly like, share the video, and stay tuned for more updates.